For me, video games have always been about relaxation. There has never really been anything to video games for me besides relaxation. I don't care to play online with people. I don't care about solving puzzles. I just want to be told a good story and get out of my head for just a little bit. That is what video games are to me. And I use them as a means of stopping the stress cycle that happens throughout my daily life. I use it as a means to escape anxiety and to escape the things that go on inside of my head, even if just for a little while. For me, video games are escapism, not replacement of life. It's never been about not having a good life versus trying to live life in somebody else's shoes. It's about getting into somebody else's shoes just for a taste of something that's not real. And that for me is what video games are. They are also a personal choice. Not all people have to play video games to relax, and not all people can relax while they play video games. I personally do, and I can, and that is why I choose to play video games as a form of relaxation. In my life, I also happen to struggle with depression. Video games help to lift me out of that mood that I get in when I'm battling a bout of depression. They help me to squash negative feelings because I can do things that I normally wouldn't be able to do in real life, and it puts me in a better mindset for when I finally go back to reality. That is what a video game does for me. Lee and Kang wrote an article that suggests that video games have a very positive influence on how people deal with their mental problems. Some aggression, some violent behaviors are actually quelled when video games are introduced. There is a lot of blame for video games being these ultra-violent things that people use to fuel their violent fantasies. For some, that definitely is the case, but for the majority of America and the majority of the world, people don't use video games to fuel violent fantasies. They use video games as a form of entertainment. For me, when I come home after a long day of work, I just want to relax and play a video game. And that's what I choose to do. Gamers are often viewed as these people who are, violent people acting out these violent crimes in these crazy video games, or that they're somehow disillusioned with reality, or even the old adage of video games that they're overweight and they still live with their parents. I'm not overweight. Well, I am overweight, but I don't live with my parents anymore, and I have a wife, I've got a family, I've got a job. It's just something that I like to do. And in fact, video games have no correlation and no causation towards people who are heavier set. I'm this way because of food, because I have an unhealthy relationship with that, but video games have no cause towards that. And there was actually a study done that showed the frequency of how often someone plays video games doesn't actually affect their body mass index, but it does have a strong effect on their mental well-being. People like college students or people with jobs play video games to unwind. They have stressful jobs, or they're stressed out about their college life or something. They're bored. They have anxiety. They have depression. These kinds of people can come to a video game and they can relieve those things by being able to escape into somebody else's life, even just for a little bit. It's a personal choice for me to play video games. It's how I choose to spend time unwinding. I also like hanging out with my wife and my kid, but when I'm alone, when I come home from work, when they're asleep because I work night shifts, I choose to unwind while playing a video game. It's just like somebody unwinding by reading a book or watching a television show or going out to a dinner with their friends, or whatever you would like to do to relax. Me personally, I like to open up my video games and I like to play. because that to me is relaxation. Entertainment is a great tool to relax. We use entertainment all of the time. We go to movies, we go to restaurants and try new chefs' cuisines. We try to medicate and placate ourselves into relaxation by doing things that are fun, because the rest of life is stressful. As I said earlier, I do struggle with depression, and there are so many things about video games that really help me to process those feelings as I am not wanting to get out of bed, or as I am just so disillusioned with life as it is that I just need to escape it without having a final escape. For me, that is what a video game does. There was a 2019 study that is showing that video games are actually being used to treat mental health issues of all kinds. Not even just depression. There's also schizophrenia, and there's all sorts of different mental illnesses that are being treated by using video games. And so it's a great way for me to escape at the end of the day. It is a great way for me to relax. It is a personal tool for relaxation, and it is also a great way for me to get out of a depressed mode, and to really just start living life again, because I lived a life inside of a video game world, and I can leave all of my anger, I can leave all of my frustration, and I can just live.